Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
44.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go, here we go.
Try and run for this. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Third down. Third and long.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There he goes inside the 30. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And down to the 28-yard line.
Austin Hooper.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
On for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Sutton now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Black 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Past the 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup. And it's
on third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Steelers 7. Browns.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield now. Got a man open. It's Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Robert Alford.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Down at the 31.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's brilliant. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Check 16. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Wide, get wide.
Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return to form of Roethlisberger leads to the return to form of himself.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
On the stop. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
16.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Browns drive about to get started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Corner blitz by Josh Norman. Works like a charm.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Mayfield to throw it. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
11-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield steps away to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Second down and goal. Mayfield buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13.
Steelers 16, Browns 13.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout
1-yard gain
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
48-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
makes the score Steelers 23, Browns 13. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And that will write a finish to this ball game.